Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. And those of you that are new, welcome to this platform. I am the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle, and my name is ASTRAEA, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. So we're calling on the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our ancestors, and our higher self. We're also calling upon Jesus Christ and any other ascended masters that are able, willing, and present. We're calling upon the Egyptian deities. We're going to be taking a look into that today. And we're asking that they put a shield of protective light around us, not letting anything or anyone negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So make sure you guys like the video as you come in to the reading. Okay, by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes copyright, gatekeeping, shadow banning, no evil eye, no energy harvesting. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we're just going to do a quick little message here. So I feel like you guys have a lot of protection coming in. There's a lot of energies that are around you right now that are wanting to see you fall, but there are more energies around you that want to see you like succeed than fall, right? So you've got more support than you do have, problems, I should say. Happy renewal. Interesting. So you are going through a state of renewal right now. And I feel like that it has to do with, you taking care of your body, you relinquishing things that no longer serve you, you moving towards the light. All of these things are going to help you ascend. Taking spiritual baths. You could have just started like a new type of spiritual hygiene or something like that. We got Tawaret, okay? This is the hippo goddess that drives the boat through the underworld. So it feels like you're moving through different planes at a very fast rate. This card talks about Genesis, the creation of everything, right? In the beginning, there was this and that. I just know the part that says, let us make man in our image. That makes me think that the Anunnaki created us. Heka, alchemical force. So literally with this Genesis energy, you're starting something new. You have an alchemical force within you that is very, very powerful. You're very much somebody that can transmute energy. You guys could be finding at this time that when people attack you, you get blessed. I know that seems like backwards, but there's no reason for you to be up under any type of judgment. Welcome in, Trina. I hope you're having a good day. Neith, okay, perseverance. You're here to persevere. Like, this is who you truly are. You're somebody that gives to other people, but you don't give when you haven't given to yourself. That's one reason that I really, really respect you guys, is that you're not using this alchemical force that you have to take from other people. You're using it to persevere against any type of adversity. And that perseverance it's like an Ouroboros. It is this state of renewal. You were born with some type of super Horus. You were born, the Eye of Horus, that one right there. That the Eye of Horus is basically used to see through. It's used to remote view. You can view people wherever they're at. You may want to tap into like some remote viewing exercises, because I feel like some of you may be looking in to see what's coming in. Yeah, I'm doing okay today. You could be looking in to see what's coming in for you, but most people, when they have this ability, they're always looking to see what is coming to other people. I feel like you're not interested in other people like that. And it doesn't make you self-absorbed. It just makes you sane, because trying to find out what's coming into somebody else's life is basically futile. Because if it's preordained, if it's destined, it's going to happen anyways. Like, doesn't matter if you go left or you go right, your fate and your destiny are at the end of both paths, whether you choose left or right. So it's like you're going to come back to God no matter what, or you're going to find God no matter what. This stability and equilibrium also tells me is like why you're able to persevere and alchemize the energy is because you have stability and you can balance your energy. Kepri, change. Life is full of changes. In fact, we're always evolving. We're never the same as we were yesterday. All you can really expect of yourself is to try to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And that's, through becoming more mindful of your thoughts, more aware of what you're thinking, what you're believing in, all of that type of stuff is important. Now, you've got some heavy hitters. I'm getting some really big Horus energy. This is talking about the new age of Aquarius coming in for you. Kunum, resourcefulness. Literally, you know that when you use your energy correctly, you are very resourceful. That's the whole part of the Ouroboros and renewal and empowering the self. I do feel like you've had a few people in your lifetime try to disempower you. Like they wanted you to doubt yourself, to doubt your gifts, to doubt your blessedness. Nah, no, God really favors you, like truly favors you because you always do the right thing. You were surrounded when you were growing up with people that didn't like to do the right thing. But being ordinary, this is the biggest misperception of you that I think exists, is that you're ordinary. And there's nothing wrong with people that are muggles that are ordinary, but Heka, the magical, that's the word for magic. They say alchemical force, but it's the god Heka is the god of magic. You're a very magical being. You're definitely not ordinary. Somebody was trying to put you in a category with everybody else, and it's like you just didn't vibe. You could have found that when you were in high school that you didn't belong to a certain type of group, Maybe you had some friends in different types of group, but you couldn't really find like a home base because you're not an ordinary person. You've always been an intuitive being. Apophis, darkness. See, this is why this is so dangerous, to put everybody in the same category together. I feel like you could be dealing with somebody that's misogynistic, that feels that men, it's a very dark viewpoint, that men are better than women or whatever. I don't think that's true. This misconception of you being ordinary is literally what causes people to think that they can do to you what they do to everybody else. And that's not actually true. Because you cause people to get their karma. When they do something stupid to you, they get their karma. I was listening to a scary story that this girl was telling yesterday, and she was talking about how through her life, she feels this thing stalking her, but every time somebody does something bad to her, this entity blinds them, maims them, causes them, they get in some type of freak accident. Like, could you even imagine being followed by something like that? It's like a fallen angel type energy that's very avenging of this girl, but she was like not feeling like it was happening for her. It was happening for that being, just having a reason to do something to someone. You're completely complete. You're completely complete. You are complete. This shadow work, it is ordinary. Everybody's going to have to face Apophis, metaphorically. Okay. I don't think there's a huge snake thing that's out there that's bigger than the sun or whatever. I don't believe that. But I do believe that this darkness is something that even the most ordinary, mundane of people have to face within themselves. That urge to get back at somebody, that urge to, speak your mind and tell somebody about themselves. Like, you're not afraid to tell somebody about themselves. That's another reason why I respect you so much. You have completed some type of serious cycle when it comes to people from your past, people, places, and things that do not serve you. You've ended something. Somebody's heart has been weighed and they did not make the cut. Yeah, you're healing. This is so funny. This lynx is cutting the head off of a snake. And that's Selkies. Healing. You are healing something that somebody tried to destroy, a part of you that's very precious to God. This is why this did not happen. And they can try to put you in the same category as everybody else, but let's just be honest, you don't You're not like everybody else. And that's a good thing. Amun Ra, creation. You are created completely different than the normal mold for a person, right? You have abilities and talents that if you told people, they probably wouldn't believe you, but you do. You have the ability to see through people's intentions, to literally, you also hold on to hope. Hope is a very powerful weapon. Again, I want to reference the Sandman. If you haven't seen that TV series, it's a great series. My version of the Sandman, when I met the fifth dimensional being, he was a little bit darker than what they created through Marvel, but I still like the concept of it. So anyways, there's a part in the Sandman where Sandman is having to battle the devil with this game that's called I Am. So you basically just say, I am life moving through existence. And the other person goes, I am death. And then whatever they're saying starts to create. So the devil's like, I am antimatter, I'm anti-life force or whatever. Lucifer says that. And then the Sandman goes, I am hope. And he freaking beats the devil with this hope, which is a Pandora's box power. However, it's still a very important piece that when you have hope, anything can happen. Like seriously, God can do anything. When you hold on to hope, anything can happen. I'm also looking at this card and I'm seeing that she's holding a jug just like Aquarius, and waters are coming out from that. That looks like new consciousness to me. So the fact that you hold on to hope is one reason why, it makes you, there are a lot of people that don't have hope in their life. It makes you, more than ordinary, extraordinary, actually. Bastet, passion. So I love the energy of Bastet. She's very, very protective energy. Wards off evil, wards off evil eye, all that stuff. And then you've got righteousness right after her, which means you're passionate about being righteous. You love doing the right thing because it helps you connect with others in a unique way. And it also allows you to be your authentic self, which I like. It may turn some people off, you being an honest person and very truthful and forthcoming with the way you feel. That may turn some people off, but those people, if they can't understand you for you being straightforward, some people will want you to beat around the bush. They'll want you to run around in circles chasing your own tail, literally and metaphorically. They'll want you to be running around circles around them. Whoever this is that we're talking about is a narcissist. Osiris, death and rebirth. Like literally. You definitely have a connection to Osiris and to the underworld. In fact, I think that in another lifetime, some of you were underworld judges. Ra, enlightenment. So you're very, very protected at this time. You've always been protected, but it seems like you have been through some trying circumstances. It could have been poverty at some point. It could have been homelessness. It could have been a health issue. Whatever this is, you've healed or repaired something within yourself. You've shifted that energy within yourself. You've done the alchemy. And so this is what makes you an extraordinary being, right? Mehen, protection. What was I just saying about you are protected by Ra? Ra is one of your heavy hitters. This is why, like, when you know who backs you, first of all, the Most High God is the most powerful. But when you know who backs you, you don't need to be afraid of living your life authentically because you know who backs you. That if there is something that you don't feel like you can handle on your own, you can outsource to God and the Holy Spirit, or even just asking the universe to show you a sign, a symbol, a message, something. You'll pick up on it. This darkness, the shadow work that you've done is really, really been to your benefit. Had you not faced the darkness within yourself and overcome it, you would not be here to be able to help other people go through this state of renewal. Squirrel, there you go. That's exactly it. Yeah, these people wanted to distract you. They wanted you to be like squirrel, like just really distracted from your purpose, because somebody feels like if you don't fulfill your divine life purpose, then they can do it for you. They don't have the ability. This is like what dangerous when ordinary people think that they can just pick up a book and become magical. You have to be born with these things. That's what I really pick up on. Like, you are born with the gifts embedded within you. It's not something that you just go and outsource and pick up a book and then gain a supernatural power. If there was a book that did that, everybody would own it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see with the Oracle deck, what comes forward. If there's anything to look at, because I feel like you guys are doing really well. You're following your higher self's, like, timeline. You're on your highest timeline. You guys have gone through some type of ascension just recently, and you've moved out of the energy of being a victim. And yes, somebody, when people say, oh, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. No, that's a lie. It is happening to you. It just so happens that by it happening to you, it's happening for you, right? So don't let people make you think that you're unworthy of something, that you don't deserve something, that you have to do all this extra shit to get something. All you have to do is whatever you want. If you welcome in Fashionista, if you just say, God, can I have this? If it's for your highest and best good, God will bring it in. There was a person that came to me one time, and I use this as an example, and they were asking, like, why haven't I gotten the money for this BBL surgery? And I was like, is it going to be overseas? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, you haven't gotten the money because if you go through with that surgery, it could take your life from you. Like, it's extremely dangerous. And that person's like, I don't care. I want to do it. Okay, well, you're putting your life at serious risk, and you're going to another country where you don't know how they do things. It's just not healthy. So the reason she hadn't manifested the money is because, yes, she had been asking God in the universe for it, but it wasn't for her highest and best good. And when we can pinpoint things that are not for our highest and best good and let go of wanting or needing that thing, we basically open ourselves up to the things that we do want and the things that we do actually need. You know what I mean? So don't let anybody think that you're too much or that your character is too much. There are some people that are just so mundane and ordinary. They're so asleep in the matrix that they can't handle anybody that has a little bit of extra pizzazz or light to them. Okay. We got military, Navy, Air Force, Special Forces, soldiers, veterans. I'm really getting kind of like super soldier vibes from you, that you've got abilities that have been repressed. So whatever this energy is, it's not a negative energy, but it is about conforming to something. There could be an ex, it could be a baby mama, a baby daddy, an ex-husband, an ex-wife, ex-lover, ex-friend, or just an ex. There is somebody from the past. Who is this person? Okay, I think you know about this person because they've been trying to manipulate you for years. That's crazy. Whoever this person is, they're being haunted right now, not only by the loss of you, but literally by entities. Pick a card from the What's the Tea Oracle deck. Okay, we will do that. See, what is the tea on this person? Because really, why are they showing up in your energy? You've done so much shadow work. You've done so much to change the trajectory of your energetic outcomes, right? Your manifestations. You've done so much work. I'm wondering why this person keeps wanting to show up in your energy. What is their deal? Why are they so obsessed with you? And why can't they let go of this idea of being with you? Okay. Or being around you. Maybe when you were in their life was going better. I'm literally tasting asparagus. Asparagus could be relevant at this time. Yeah, this person wants the inside scoop, but instead of just coming to ask you what's going on in your life, what are you doing? What are you working on? What are you passionate about? Instead of just coming to ask you like a normal person would, this person is trying to do some type of like spying on you, or they want you to conform to something that they desire to see. This person's weird. They've got a very bad reputation already. I don't think that this person's reputation could get any worse, to be honest. Can I get some clarity on the military card? Why did that come out? Ego, maybe because what the military does is break people down to nothing. And I'm not talking shit on the military, but this is literally what they do. Like verbatim. When you go to boot camp or whatever, they try to break you down to nothing, but their whole process is to break you down to nothing so that they can build you back up in their image, right? So that you serve their highest and best needs, so that you don't ever question pulling the trigger or whatever else, right? Ego. They want control over the ego. So they got to break it down to build you back up, make you feel like you're nothing and nobody. And that's the energy that's why I do feel bad for people that have been in the military, because they've gone through that process. And part of it has to do with it's an initiation. It's like part of it's humiliation, part of it's mind control, literally, This person obviously wants you back. They're an ex. Of course they do. Because they were, much more successful when they had access to your energy and access to you. But why did they, this person destroyed their own reputation. We're not a part of them doing that. This person's a spiritual hater. So they may come in. This person could be like, literally like, oh, I support you. I want to be with you. I want to be around you. Like, they really want to stop your magical power, your Heka, your life, your alchemical ability. This person wants you to use your God-given gifts to get them out of some type of despair that they're in. Why are they in despair? Because they keep looking into your life instead of looking into their own life. And they can't get past their ego. It really feels like you hurt their ego by turning them down, which is okay to do to people. You don't have to allow people, look, this person wants a new beginning with you. The number one, it's okay to say no to people. And if you were ever feeling guilty because you have had to say no to family members or people, places, and things that don't serve you, it's okay. That's a normal reaction because people want you to feel guilty for saying no to them. But you've always got to put yourself first, and your destiny is more important than this person's manifestation. I mean, and I do see it as some people's destinies are more important than others. I don't know why it is that way. I think it has to do with what these other people are choosing for themselves. But yeah, they're very competitive. A groupie, somebody that is literally a groupie. They want to be attached to you so that when the blessings come in for you, that they think the blessings will come in for them. And so if you were like, where's my blessing? Why am I not receiving things that I wanted from the universe? If you had somebody like this attached to you, God's not going to give you a blessing if God knows that you would just allow this other person to take it, or if they have a plan to take it. So you always got to ask yourself, okay, if I feel like I'm not receiving a blessing, which you are very blessed, very cherished, very favored. But if you feel like you're not receiving a blessing, you might want to ask, okay, who is around me that would take that blessing away or would stop me from having it? Who was I around? Who's interested in that blessing? Because this person's much more interested in your life than they are in their own, right? Which is weird. You could have moved away from this person and it caused them to be in a downward spiral. I don't think this person has the right to know where you live. They don't need to know that. Yeah, they're trying to get some type of evidence, facts, an inside scoop, a closer look, like literally. They're wanting to know every detail about what you're doing so they can go and try to block it. Yeah, you're not going to go for that. This person might want to be mindful about their intentions towards you because you will pick up on their intentions. You guys are not slow. Seriously. You're emotionally and intellectually intelligent. Yeah, you've got warrior angels, Zachariel, Zaphiel, Seraphiel, Jangoniel, Wariel, Turiel, Arachiel showing up, which means that this person is trying to trick you. They're a trickster energy. They were trying to remote view you in some type of way, making a wish against you. That's their current energy. They're a miscreant, a joker, a clown. They're foolish, very foolish. They think that they're very cunning too. Like this person, they want forgiveness in some type of aspect. They want you to show them grace that they never showed you. That's crazy. They also feel like you need to be humbled, which is none of their business. Whether you do or not, it's not their job to do any of that. This person wants you to have some type of soul tie with them that just doesn't exist. What would the Most High God do? The Most High God the Most High God is always so showing grace and mercy to people, but that doesn't mean that the Most High God's going to stop these people from getting their karma. I mean, they've been shown grace and mercy. They just don't acknowledge that they've been shown grace and mercy. They don't look at the fact that them still being alive is God showing grace and mercy. They don't look at it like that. This is a very karmic person from the past, a karmic friend, karmic ex. They don't know the truth about you. This person's an idiot. They didn't see the truth about you when you were right in front of their face. How are they going to see it now that you're far away? You can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. No, keep these type of people away from you. That's my best advice. You don't need this type of person anywhere near you. They could be trying to bully you online. They're not going to get very far with that. I don't feel like you're somebody that's easily intimidated, and you don't take kindly to threats and shit like that. Like seriously. Yeah. You're dealing with somebody that feels like they need to bully you online because you won't engage with them in the physical world. You've sniffed this rat out. They're weird. The Mongolian deathworm, Cetus, Thunderbirds, Birdman, Yeti, Bigfoot energy. You have a lot more protecting you than what you realize. This is somebody that wants to, run up on you. So this could be somebody that's with an ex of yours, okay? I don't know if you have a karmic friend that slept with a boyfriend or girlfriend or something, but they're giving me this weird girl fight energy where it's like they want to fight somebody. Okay? Like literally report and block these people. When they come towards you, either in the physical realm or in the spiritual, report them to God and block them. And say, God, I don't have any type of feeling. You don't feel like you need to fight this person. Okay, just because you walked away from them or they walked away from you, you don't feel that you need to fight them. You also don't feel the need to stalk them online. They're obsessed with you. This person feels like they need to fight you for something. They're not getting their hands on whatever this is that they want. That's why they want to fight you. They're clout hungry. So they want your success. You could be getting public recognition, fame, notoriety, rewards. This person is pissed off. They feel like, how is it that you become well known after you walk out of my life? Your life gets better. That's the energy that they hold. And they don't want to hear about themselves. Like this person wants to talk so much shit to you, but when it comes to you saying a reply to them, they don't want to hear about themselves. These are the type of people that will not do any type of self work. This person is here. They want you to give them money. They want you to give them money. They need to go fuck off with that greedy bullshit. Look at what I've just found on the ground. You have had multiple timelines with this person. Past other lifetimes, future lifetimes, timeline jumping. This person's tried to gain access to your Akashic records. They're wasting their time with this shit. This is a waste of time. You're not going to give them any money. I don't know why they really believe that you're stupid enough to do that. This person's got bad karma and they're just trying to waste your time because they've got bad karma. They have to pay their karma because of what they've done to you in other timelines and this timeline. This person tried to make you broke. They tried to break you up from your higher self and from anybody that would come in and show favor to you. This person wants all of the attention. They're weird. They know that they're not shit. They know that they're a false prophet, a false idol, whatever. This person wants to be worshiped like a god. And they're just not. They're so far from being authentic. It's crazy. A stalker. This person is a freaking stalker. Stalking, watching, obsessed. They want to know what your blessing is and why you are still standing on your own 2 feet. Because you put your faith and trust in God, not in the human world. That is why you're still standing. Had you put your faith in the justice system or any other part of the human world, you'd have had a failure. This person is trying to silence you right now. They don't want you speaking up on what they've done. And this is another reason that they want to fight you. They want to fight you so that they can try to sue you for money. This is all about your money. This person is a freaking weirdo. They need to stay out of your energy. They just want your attention, clout chaser, copycats, coveting clones. Literally, this person is a freaking weirdo. Don't give your attention to this person. I would like deprive this vampire of all energy, like literally, and continue to call your power and your energy back to you. They want something from you. It's money, but it's also something else. They want to see you fall. This person's all about smoke and mirrors, illusions, delusions, projecting, deflecting, mirroring, and reflections. They want to mirror what you do, and so that they can have the same success. They don't realize it's not their purpose. What you do is not what they should be doing. And yes, it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for them to do it. So I don't know what this is, but it feels like an ability you have. They're in spiritual court for this right now. These people are up under judgment. They're on trial. It's judgment day. Again, twice with the Akashic records, this person has tried to gain it. That is the most dangerous shit. You do not go into somebody else's records and try to pull information that you can abuse them with. This person is very foolish. These spiritual contracts and whatever vow they made to whatever person or demon to take you out, this is a failed attempt. The force of light is with you. Revealing your truth threatens them all. Let your light shine. Literally, you don't even have to show up to this court date. It's like only them that has to show up. Oh, welcome in, Shaman Maria. Your internet sucks the last few days. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad that you're here, though. And blessings and hugs to you as well. Yeah, you guys are so freaking protected from this person. It's crazy to me that they really, really thought spinning a false narrative around you was going to work. This person's a false prophet. It's over. Like, they need to give up the false pursuit. This person could be like trying to have you judged because of your political views. What? You think you're going to get God to judge somebody because they have a political view? I don't even feel like you're into politics. Like, what is this person's problem? They're just trying to nitpick to find anything to get you persecuted over because they themselves are in spiritual court for coming for you and for trying to duplicate your destiny and feed off of you. This person wants popularity, fame, admiration. They want to be social. They want to be revered, and they want to be rewarded. So how does slandering you get them rewarded? That's what I don't understand. These people's brains are not functioning properly. How does slandering a random other person get this person rewarded? Like, make it make sense. Please, God, make it make sense. Oh, they want to slander you so that you'll give them money? No. What you're going to do is, if you ever get evidence of this, you're going to take these people to court and sue them for defamation of character. And you don't give a F if they have money or not. They can end up paying you for the rest of their life because they wouldn't shut their fucking mouth. Seriously. This person should have known better, but they didn't because they've gotten away with a bunch of dumb shit their entire life. They've just been doing it to people that, you know, are not revered. Love spell, love binding, love curse. This person's so obsessed with ruining your love life. You didn't even ruin theirs. Come back to me spell, love, hex, separation, karmic love. This person, whoever they're fighting over, it's not even worth it. Yeah, because the Most High God is here. They're not putting you up under any spell work. This is stupid. I mean, they think it's really smart, but like I and the Most High God think it's dumb. Look, cyberbully is coming out again. This person could have been snitching on you. They're an op, a hacker, a false person, a bot, a drone, a spy. That's crazy. This person really, really, like, they're into some type of voodoo, man. Like something like that. It could be Thelema, Scientology, hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Satanism, the Order of Set, whatever. Thelema, I think I said that, Luciferianism. This person subscribes to some type of cult. Or I want to say, I guess it's a religious group, or I guess those are religions, aren't they? Scientology, is that a religion? I don't know. But most of those are some type of religious practice. So they're subscribing to some type of group. And this is one reason that God has not brought this person up to your level, because they're part of some type of other shit. You're completely unfazed by this. All of this time that they spent stabbing this doll was a waste. Like, I'm not even kidding. If this person paid a lot of money for this voodoo doll, they're stupid. People really think. Now, I do understand that, yes, voodoo is possible, okay? But there has to be certain situations going on for it to work. And, you know, this person is not by any means indoctrined by their culture. They're outsourcing to another culture to try to abuse that culture and that culture's beliefs, right? Voodoo can be used for good just like it could be used for bad. It's basically neutral. So don't be afraid of that, and don't be afraid of any of this type of cult crap. Like, you literally have nothing to fear. Shine, let your light irritate their demons. You're going to remain unfazed. It's not like you're doing it on purpose anyways. It's not, this person acts like you're purposely doing something to trigger them. No, like, you're just doing what God has instructed you to do. And if that triggers somebody, then, oh, well, you know, you're not going to stop being obedient to the Most High and to your higher self because somebody is uncomfortable with that. They're uncomfortable with the thought of you guys being very cultured, very predominant healers and light workers and star seeds. They're uncomfortable with that. Oh, well. Obsessive lover. They're obsessed, you know, dangerously toxic, unhealthy, karmic, possessive, weird. They're weirdo. They want to impersonate you, but how are you going to use voodoo to impersonate somebody else? Make it make sense. This person could have been saying that you do voodoo. No, you don't. They're just holding a grudge. Every time they stab this doll and think about you, they're stabbing themselves in the heart. Like, I just want to be very clear on that. That whatever this voodoo shit is that they're doing, it's not working. Okay? Because the Most High God is so good. Seriously, God is so good. This person's holding a grudge, not only because their magic doesn't work and their manipulation and their spell work doesn't work, they're also holding a grudge because you walked out of their life. And if they feel like you left them with nothing, no, they came with nothing. So when you walked out, you took your protection with you, because obviously it's your protection. And now this person feels wide open. Oh, well. That's not your fault. They're blaming you for shit that is a side effect of them losing you, which is not your fault. I'm also feeling burning. So they could have been trying to stab this doll in the right knee. Stupid people. They want to come in and kiss your ass. They feel like if they can deceive you by kissing your ass, then they can get you to give them your protection again. You're not protecting this person from their karma. Like, they need to get their shit so they can learn that doing voodoo on people and making dolls out of people is not the way to go. Like, literally, if it wasn't you, it would be somebody else, because this person loves to do this type of shit to people. The deep web, dark web, they could be on the dark web, the black market, hacking, doing computer crimes. They might want to be mindful when it comes to attacking you that they have committed a lot of crimes already themselves by trying to stalk you in person and online. You could be covering up your IP address. This person is so pissed off that they don't know where you're going and you're moving in silence. They want the inside scoop. They're never going to get that. They keep trying to do spells to where you're going to reveal things about your location or about yourself, and it's not working. It's not even coming nigh thy dwelling. Yeah, this is some type of scandal, conspiracy, scheming, plotting, plot planning, and manipulation that this person's trying to do. They could be trying to use AI against you. Another foolish thing. People don't believe that God is a part of its creation. The hell? AI is not going to be used against you. And it does not take a computer genius to look at something and see that there are like watermarks and other indications that it's AI made. So if they were taking an image of you and putting it into AI and telling AI to create images of you doing crimes against people or whatever they're trying to fabricate online, this is only because they're being vindictive and manipulative. They're always partying. This is one reason why you walked away from them. They'll never grow up. This is a very immature person that wants you to come back into a lifestyle where you're always partying with them. It's a no. They're bankrupt because they're always partying. That's why they want you to give them money so that they can go party again. This is ridiculous. I feel like this person has the IQ of a 5-year-old. And I'm not trying to be mean to them. It's just, come on with this shit. At some point, you have to realize that you are the creator of your problems and your victories. Okay. We're all creating our reality with our thoughts and our beliefs. You have not done anything to make this person go bankrupt. They're the ones that have a problem with spending money and not paying their bills. Like specifically, when you were in this person's life, you paid all the bills, and that's the only reason the bills were paid. So now that you're not there, this person's still not paying their bills. They have some type of court case, court issue, legal restraint, arrest. This person could have search warrants, bonds, bounties, documents, and evidence against them. It is illegal to hire hitmen. I just want people to know that. It is illegal to try to use witchcraft to take somebody's life. If you get caught doing that, you will be persecuted in some type of way, whether it's in the physical realm or the spiritual. God's not going to allow that to slide. And this person is bankrupt. They're broke, and they want to come in and destroy your destiny and destroy your finances because they're in lack and poverty. Whose fault is that? It's not your fault. You've moved on. You're moving on from these broken ass people. Like literally. This person just wants you to, they want to get some type of physical evidence of yours. I feel like because they know that this voodoo doll is not working on you, that is why they want to get something that you have physically touched so they can attach it to this doll and stab that. This person's going to waste their life stabbing a fucking doll that doesn't even work. I'm not even kidding. And then they're going to have a heart attack one day and wonder why they're having a heart attack when the doll that's sitting on their altar has a bunch of needles or pins stabbed into its heart. And then they're going to be like, well, why am I having the heart attack? Dude, this person, you're uninterested in them and what they have to say. They thought they were going to use literal witchcraft to stop you from being financially stable. This person is weird. They also thought that they were going to get you to pity them so that you would allow them back in and then help them with this court case. No. This person just is very insecure. They're a cock blocker. Anything that you try to do, this person's going to try to block. That's why don't continue to move in silence. Don't announce what you're doing. So one way you're going to keep this person, they're always going to want an inside look. They're always going to be trying to remote view you or gain access to your computer or whatever. Just make sure that when you're not using your devices that they're turned off. Let's say the laptop is a device, right? Okay, so when you're not using it for work or for whatever, just turn it off. This person wants to force something on you. They want to force their way in, and they want to use force to take something from you so that they can get what they want, which is your money, your time, your energy, your protection. And it's not like you are doing things to protect this person. It's just a side effect of being around you, is that people that are around you don't, no harm comes to them. This person is attached to a demonic energy. That's probably why they're being dragged into court. It's also probably why they won't let this go. They've got something that's influencing them to self-destruct. And coming for a chosen one is the fastest way that you can derail your own life and put yourself in some type of bondage. And the devil knows that. So the devil's basically, and I don't think that there's like a metaphorical devil, but we're just talking about the lower nature of the human race. Like, you got energies that are in their south node. They're not awakened to the truth. And, you know, they're going to cause this energy or entity, whatever you want to call it, is going to cause these idiot people to try to attack you, because this energy knows what God is going to do to them when they do this. This is why they're losing, and they're holding a grudge because their witchcraft didn't work. It's played out. So yes, there is a lower energy that's using you to destroy these people who are on the same vibration as that lower energy. And they're really trying to limit your ability to speak the truth about them. Okay, you're not the only one that knows the truth about them. So they're delusional. Yeah, you've got La Sirene, Leviathan energy coming through. This person's extremely envious. Cthulhu, Thalia, Hastur, you're extremely protected. This person, either they didn't believe that you're an earth angel, light worker, star seed, wise one, chosen, or ascended master, or they didn't want to believe that. But they were told basically by somebody that you want me to come for that earth angel? No, I'm not doing that. And so this person took it upon themselves to do the witchcraft themselves. And that's why they're stabbing themselves. Every time they do that, they're stabbing themselves. They wanted to steal something from you. If they can't trick you into giving your money to them, then they were going to try to put you in, steal from you. Theft, debt, poverty, desperation, money hungry, and greedy. You're dealing with somebody that is very money hungry and greedy, and they're looking at you as a way to gain resources, a way to gain attention. And this person's going to realize that the attention that they get from the spiritual court system is not going to be attention that they want. They're a drama starter. This person only exists to start drama. Like, that's what they live for, because they feed off of the drama that they start. This is another reason that they're in court right now. They could be getting literally sued for defamation or for some other type of computer crime that they've committed. If they were using their credentials at their job to stalk you in any type of way, this person they're in court for that. They've lost a car. Again, this person has had a repo issue just recently because like I said, they don't pay their bills. You could have lost a car in the past or had it repossessed or gotten in an accident. That's why you will always pay your insurance bill. You'll always pay your car note, whatever this is. This person doesn't have the ability to travel towards you, and it's making them very, very unstable and upset, because they know that you're entering into this jackpot energy. Good luck comes to you, unexpected money. They know that you're coming into something really good, and they're not a part of it. This person thought that you were going to fail for the rest of your life because you didn't have them. Like, what a narc. Your life got better the moment you walked away from this thief wanting to come in and steal your jackpot. That is not going to happen. This broke ass person that doesn't want to fix their finances. That's crazy. How are you supposed to fix this broken ass person when they can't even look at themselves? This person has a personal vendetta. They're a very karmic person, mental illness, narcissist, sociopath. They're premeditated MTK, conspiring to commit MTK. There is nothing that you have done to warrant violence, malice, or aiding and abetting another unaliver. Okay? There is nothing that you've done to deserve this. Like, I'm not seeing anything other than you walking away from a narc. And if you walking away from a narcissist that believes that they're more important than God itself, that's all you can do, is walk away from people, places, and things that don't serve you. And just because these people want to bully you about it doesn't mean you're going to turn around and let this person come in and take your life from you. This person wants to marry for money. Why don't they go find some rich person that wants that type of shit then? Why are they coming towards you? Not to say that you're not rich, but why are they coming towards your finances? Spirit, can we get some clarity on that? Why are they targeting collective like this? Because you cleansed your space. You cleared your energy. You booted them out. You blessed your home. You cleansed your home. You took a spiritual bath. You did a smudging ritual or releasing ritual. Now this person doesn't have a cord to attach to you. All of the roots and that they tried to put on you and all of the cords they tried to attach have been severed by Archangel Michael. That's why this person is so pissed off at you. This is why they want to seriously take your life from you, because they can't steal from you anymore energetically. Wow. Fucking vampire. Man. How sad is that? Like, you get your energy from God. That's why you don't have a gaping hole on the inside of you, like that's always being drained, never gets fulfilled. God fulfills your life. You're too busy winning. This person, it's like, for you to really care, you're too busy winning. This person is such a weirdo. They really thought you were going to sacrifice the outcome of the trajectory of your life to come back to them. There must be on substances or witchcraft. Like, it's got to be one or the other. And I know that they're doing voodoo, which you should not be doing any type of magic when you're under the influence of something, but can't tell this person fucking anything. Because they literally are pissed off at you because you cleansed your space and you cleared their witchcraft away, and their demonic entity that is attached to them, that's got them in this court case having to pay endless amounts of money. That entity cannot attach to your clean home. It cannot attach to your clean body. It cannot attach and drain you of your energy. This demonic entity steals people's life force and shares it with this psychotic person. So no, you're not going to be sacrificed for this person's personal vendetta against you. They were never your friend. They were always trolling. This person only pretended to be your friend. If they gave you any clothing or anything to put on your body, you need to get rid of that and cleanse your space again. And continue to call your energy and your power back to you, and continue to return this person whatever it is that they're doing. Literally. Pick a card from the Cosmic Oracle. Yeah, I bet that with this next deck, something's going to be revealed about them. Completely delusional people. Holy shit, you're dealing with somebody that's delusional, that really believes that this witchcraft is working and it's working on them. Like, that's crazy. Who does that? It's laughable. Guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. You're being guarded. It doesn't matter what this person does to try to get back in your energy. It's not going to be successful. And if they contact you, ignore them, block them, and, pray to God to keep this person away from you, to keep their demonic energy away from you, and to keep them out of your life. I would be like, God, please keep this enemy away from me. Please take this thief and give them their karma. make them repent for what they've done. Just do something so that I am continually safe. You moved on. That's all you did was move on. You never did any witchcraft on this person. You never stole from them. You never humiliated them. You never snitched on them. You never stalked them. You never bullied them. You never put them on the dark web. You never created conspiracies about them and false narratives. Everything that this person's done to you, you have never done that to them. This is why this shit that they're doing is not touching you. You've moved on. You've truly moved on in your heart and soul, and you've become someone else. And they have a big problem with that because they can't feed off of you and they can't take what's not theirs. Date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. This person really feels like you're going to go around them again. You're never coming around this person again. They might as well just give this shit up. But they're not going to. They're going to spend the rest of their life stabbing this fucking doll that doesn't work. And when then they have a heart attack, they're going to be like, why didn't it happen to them? Because the wrath of God is why you fucked around and you found out. This person could be an air sign. Or you could have air in your chart. They're broke. They're broken. This person spends too much money on shit that they can't sell or that they don't need. This person was always wearing a mask. Somehow, in the process of doing whatever voodoo, they entered into idol worship, demon worship. They are trying to cloak their energy so you don't see who they are, but you obviously already do. They might want to be mindful that if you ever get evidence of them doing all this shit, you're going to take them to court. I don't care if they were a lover, a friend. I don't care who they are. You don't allow people to get away with shit like this. And, if I could go into the past, every time that a neighbor was doing fucking voodoo on me outside my house, I should have called the police on them. But I didn't because I didn't want to betray my neighbors. I didn't want to be that person that's calling the cops on my neighbors. But they decided to do their shit. This person might want to be mindful that you are not the villain of their story. They've only made you the villain because they need a villain. They don't realize, they're going to realize way too late that they were always the villain. They're trying to cause some type of confusion, doubt, denial, indecision, scarcity, lack, limbo, or purgatory. But that's the energy that they hold. Some type of tragedy, loss, sorrow, grief, pain, disaster. This person was trying to do car accident spells on you, roadblock spells, obstacles, dark night of the soul, all because you said no to a narc. That's crazy. Past life karmic contract, trauma bond. You could have been having pinpricks, headaches, rashes, stabbing pains, anxiety, and fear. It's like you're able, voodoo doll, sympathetic magic. It's like you're able to pick up on the shit that's being done, but it's not actually affecting you. This person's way triggered that their witchcraft didn't work. They're angry, salty, pressed, pissed off, vengeful, and wrathful. Yeah, they see you as this magical rainbow crystal, empathic, psychic child, and it bothers them because they're not. They want revenge because they don't have anything good in their life. They're very aggressive, very weak-minded, ignorant, stubborn, prideful, hubris, arrogant, bully. This person's energy is sickening. I rebuke it. Principalities, dignities, rights, powers, ashe, crowns, thrones, authorities. They wanted your position. But you're over here loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, your self-made, authentic self, personal. It's like you have a personal foundation that's built upon you doing the right thing. You're too busy winning. This person is trying to put hooks into your energy. They're definitely hooked. They're creeping, stalking, spying, being weird. They want to give you a dirty offer. You don't want nothing to do with this fucking weirdo. Literally. They will be back. They need to apologize to you and repent. They're betrayed. They feel betrayed because you walked away. That's not betraying somebody. Just because somebody walks away from somebody else does not mean that they betrayed them. This person was always betraying you from the beginning. They're a fucking backstabber and a liar and a cheater and a weirdo. Like I said, they were trying to get you judged over some type of politics. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Idiot. Can't judge somebody because they have a political preference. The majority of people have some type of political preference, and nobody is perfect. So it's a little unrealistic to try to use politics against somebody. They're not going to get very far with that. This person has some type of sexual infection. This is part of the dirty offer they want to make. They want you suffering like they are. You rejected this shit. You said, no, I'm not taking you back. I don't want to get back with you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your boyfriend. I don't want to be your husband. I don't want to be your wife. I don't want to be a part of your life, point blank, period. They're crying over you because you rejected them. Rejecting somebody is not a good enough reason to betray them, stab them in the back, and try to kill them. That's not good enough. This person's standing in spiritual court looking stupid as fuck with all this witchcraft and voodoo and shit. You've ignored them, which is exactly what God wanted you to do. And you've done reflection, which means you've healed from whatever was causing this person to exist in your life. You've entered into the energy of being a boss daddy. And you're not running from anything like this other person's running from their debt. They want you to engage into a romantic love affair that will leave you broken. And that's not what you're going to do. Okay, let's get a conclusion for this situation. They're threatening. They're very threatened. If these people threaten you, call the police on them. Send whatever message or phone number that they contact you from, send that to the police. Don't allow somebody to just threaten you. Like, this person needs to be shown that there are actual consequences for their actions. And since they have not had a consequence until very recently, they still think that you're something to fuck with. Witches, warlocks, sorcerers, wizards, magical practitioners, and shamans. You are not a weak-minded person. And you're not going to take yourself out. This person's stupid. If you were gone, then who would they steal from? Cheating, competing, lying, deceiving, hoodwinking, bad intentions, and imposters. This person could be a fire sign, which is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Air sign is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, however you want to say it. But yeah, they were definitely bearing false witness against your name, making shit up, making up stories. Defamation of character is definitely out here for you today. You know, they're stalking you on some type of false account, fake account. They're looking you up. Eventually, there will be actual laws that stop people from doing this type of shit. But until that happens, you're still going to be a queen rising, accepting the right offers and moving in silence. By you moving in silence and not telling people your next move, you are dodging bullets because they're just trying to look up dirt on you so that they can blackmail you with it and steal from you. That's what their intention is. They want you to be in some type of lack or scarcity, which does not exist for you. When God is for you, you can't live in lack and poverty when you have God in your life, because God will make sure that you are taken care of. And this person, they underestimated you being loved by God. They underestimated your abilities as well to see right through their bullshit. This person was never your friend. They were a liar. And they were always doing witchcraft, trying to compete with you for some shit that they'll never get their hands on. That's crazy. And this person's mother supports their bullshit. Okay. This person's mother could be getting a lot of negative karma because they raised this person wrong. That's not your fault. Like, all this stuff that's gone on is not your fault. You saying no to things that when God shows you a vision about somebody, believe it. Like, you don't ever want to find out that God was showing you a vision about and a warning about somebody because they're doing something. And all of this witchcraft, all this voodoo, we ask that the Most High God intervene on all of this voodoo, hoodoo, whatever crap they're doing. All these dolls they keep trying to create. I mean, how many times are they going to try to create a doll of you? This is ridiculous. And why does somebody get satisfaction after stabbing a doll that's not you? Like, this person's fucking weird, man. I don't get it. I mean, if they had part of your DNA or something, even with that, the shit's still not going to work. They might want to be mindful that all of this death magic could really backfire on them, and it could make a major ending in their life. I don't know if this person used to be in the military, but they want you to change your ways to adopt their ideologies. You're not changing the way you view the world because this person's a freak. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. You guys are so amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. Seriously, continue to move forward, continue to be grateful, continue to love God, and continue to just be your authentic self. You being your authentic self causes this person to have a malfunction. So they're going to try to come back. They're going to stalk you and harass you and do crimes against you, but let them do this dumb shit. They're going to get caught up for it. You've got Ra on your side, so they might want to be mindful about that. We're going to do a couple of these affirmation cards. So when we say the word I in these affirmations, we're not talking about our ego. We're talking about our higher self. So you can just allow your ego to move out of the way and your higher self will come through. It says, I give thanks, gratitude, and appreciation to the earth beneath my feet, the sacred ground that I walk on. Very important to stay grounded and connected at this time. I am the light of the resurrection ray, from death to life, from night to day. I resurrect myself to the Most High God, I pray. You are going through a resurrection. I release all suffering and pain that I have held onto through the Most High God's grace. Amen. I release and let go of the cord of attachment by letting go and letting God be my vengeance. When you don't seek vengeance against your enemy, you allow God to do what God's going to do. And it's not like God is there whipping people and punishing them, but God will allow these people to get what they sent out. Like, the universe will not stand in the way of this person getting their karma, which is what they need to learn. Truly. Says, I give my enemies the same love and light as I do my friends, family, and life. Because there's no purpose for you to walk around with a grudge hating somebody because they're rotten to the core. That's not, you didn't create this person. You didn't make them this way. You didn't raise this person. Like I said, it's not your fault. I am my most highest self looking out through these eyes, having this experience now. When you connect with your higher self, you realize that there's a bigger plan for all of this, and you're right in alignment to receive. It says the Psalm of the Holy Spirit, hallowed Holy Spirit divine, sacred, noble, humble, and kind, cover my spirit, wash over my mind, burning holy flame of glory shine, wash me of this enemy of mine. Wow, that's so powerful. I use my gifts and powers to help others get inspired. Yes, this is why God loves you and is so favoring you right now. The Holy Grail, chalice of Christ, sacred union of mind, cup filling over with the consciousness of Christ, awakening myself from the slumber of time. The Psalm of Surrender, I surrender my life, O Lord, unto thee. I pray that the Most High God deliver my spirit at the appointed time of judgment. And remember that Heka card at the beginning? I alchemize myself with the sulfur mine, creating the sorcerer's stone, the elixir of life, flowing up and down my spine. It is an actual secretion that comes out of the pineal gland. The sorcerer's stone and all of that. My spiritual crown aligns with my power, my abilities, my rights, dignities, along with my authority over my own life. Nobody can choose your destiny for you. Hocus pocus, my mind can focus. This person wants to distract you from fulfilling your destiny. I fulfilled a prophecy over my life and completed my destiny, for fate followed behind me. If fate is walking behind you, then what you have before you is already come into existence. So this person, they are an enemy, but they wanted you to believe that they were a friend or a lover, and no, they're not, literally. Continue to pray them out of your energy. Continue to cleanse this person. Why they were attacking you this violently is because you cleansed your space. You like sufficiently got them out of your energy, and now they're pissed. So they're going to rear their ugly head up. Let them do and say whatever they need to do. If you ever get any evidence of this, take it to the police and sue them. They're going to be really in repentance because they're already broke. If you were to take this and be like, I want to sue this person for defamation of character, literally, you will receive justice. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video, tap that notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. God is so proud of you. Continue to move forward on your path. Continue to do all of the things that make you happy, and just love on yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay, you guys, I love you and God loves you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace be with you guys. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.